This video is about dividing polynomials using synthetic division. Okay, synthetic division can be considered easier, but it's limited. Okay, in our class, we're only going to use this when we've got a binomial, polynomial in the denominator, first degree, coefficient, leading coefficient of 1. Okay, you can see the setup here. We're going to do this. The value that's going to go out front here is going to be what makes this 0. Okay, it's the opposite of this value. So we're going to place a -2 out to the side here. Okay, what's going to go inside? Notice I've left a little space here. I'm going to have a row of values here, and I'm going to have some space here that I'm going to fill later on. Okay, what's going to go across this line right here, this space right here, is going to be the coefficient of each term in the dividend. Okay, so the coefficient of x cubed is 1, so that's going to go there. The coefficient of x squared is 2. The coefficient of x is 5, and the coefficient of the constant is -2. Okay, now the process goes like this. You're going to bring down the 1. Okay, you're going to bring it down just like you would in the last part of the steps in long division. Okay, so we're going to bring down that 1. Okay, now what you want to do, you want to multiply this value here times the value on the bottom or underneath this L-shaped image. Okay, so we're going to multiply -2 times 1, and we get a -2 there. All right, unlike with long division, we're actually going to add these together. We're going to sum these values. Okay, so 2 plus a -2 is 0. Okay, now we're going to go through the process again. We're going to multiply -2 times this value 0, and we're going to place that right here. So that's going to be 0. And then we're going to sum these two values. So 5 plus 0 is 5. Okay, continue the pattern. -2 times 5 is -10. We're going to sum these two values, and we get -12. Okay, now these values that we established down here on the bottom part of this whole diagram, this whole algorithm here, they're going to be the coefficients of our answer. Okay, well, we divided x cubed, okay, a polynomial with the leading term of x cubed, by a binomial with the leading term of x to the first. Okay, that makes this the coefficient of x squared. X cubed divided by x squared should be 1x squared. Okay, and then we're going to go in descending order of those exponents. So this would be the x squared term, this would be the x to the first term, this would be the constant, and then this is considered the remainder. Okay, so our answer is going to look just like our answer in the long division section of the notes. So when we put all that together, notice the coefficient of x squared is 1. The coefficient of x is 0. Notice there's no 0x there. I don't need that. There are 0 x's. The coefficient of the constant is 5. Okay, 5x to the 0. We don't need the x to the 0. It's just 5. And then my remainder, -12, over the divisor, x plus 2. Okay, takes up a lot less space than long division does. Okay, it's not as effective in more complicated problems, but if you've got a binomial denominator with a first degree binomial with a leading coefficient of 1, then it's a lot easier to use. Okay, all right, so pause the video here and let's try B. I've gone ahead and got you started here. The one thing you need to be aware of, in the dividend, in the numerator, there is no x squared term. Just like in long division, I have to have a placeholder there. Okay, so pause the video, give this one a try, and then push play to see if you got your answer correct. Okay, all right, same thing. We're going to bring down the 2. Okay, we're going to multiply 2 times 2. We get 4. We want to sum those two values together. We get 9. Continue the pattern. 2 times 9 is 18. Sum those two values, you get 18 again. Multiply 2 times 18, you get 36. Sum those two values, -2 plus 36 is 34. One last time. 2 times 34 is going to be 68. And when I add those together, I get 74. Okay? Now, I've divided an x to the 4th polynomial by an x to the 1st polynomial. What that means is this coefficient is going to be for x cubed. X to the fourth over x is x cubed. And then we go in descending order. X squared, x to the first, x to the 0, or the constant, and then this would be the remainder. So these would be the coefficients that lead me to this answer. 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 18x plus 34 plus 74 over the divisor, x minus 2. Okay. Any questions? Let me know.